Arman sat alone in the small hospital waiting room. His hands trembled slightly as he clutched an old envelope. He was 22, full of anger, regrets, and questions. Just hours ago, he received the news he thought he wanted for years. His estranged father had passed away. A man he hadn't spoken to in 7 years. A man he had once loved deeply, until the silence between them turned into pain. Arman's childhood was warm. His father, Fahim, worked as a mechanic, but always came home with a smile. He would lift Arman onto his shoulders and say, "You will go further than I ever could." They didn't have much, but they had each other, until Arman turned 15. That year, everything changed. His mother fell ill. The treatments were expensive. Fahim worked double shifts, even slept in the garage some nights. But despite all the sacrifices, she didn't survive. And something inside Fahim shattered that day. He stopped smiling. He stopped speaking much. He would come home late, eat silently, and stare into nothingness. Arman needed comfort, a hug, words, but Fahim gave him distance. Arman began to resent him. "Why don't you care?" he once shouted. "Why don't you talk to me? Why did you let her die?" Fahim didn't answer, just lowered his head. The silence was unbearable. One day, after a fierce argument, Arman packed his bag and left home. "I'll never become like you," he screamed as he slammed the door. Years passed. Arman survived on odd jobs, stayed in hostels, studied late nights, and pushed himself hard. His anger fueled him. He graduated with honors, got a decent job, and shared his achievements online, but never with his father. He never called, not once. Now, sitting in that cold hospital room, staring at the envelope left behind for him, all his strength vanished. With trembling fingers, he opened it. It was a handwritten letter. The first line made his throat tighten. "My dearest son, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone." Arman froze. The handwriting was shaky, but the words were full of love. "I've written this letter so many times in my mind. I never knew how to say sorry. I failed you, Arman. I failed to be the father you needed after your mother died. The truth is, I didn't know how to be strong without her. I thought I had to hide my pain to protect you. But I see now that my silence became your wound. Every night you were gone, I kept your room just the way you left it. I cooked your favorite food on your birthday, just in case you'd come home. I followed your progress quietly, through friends, through the internet. I even printed your graduation picture and framed it. You did become more than I ever dreamed. I'm proud of you, Arman. I always have been. I wanted to say these words face to face. I waited every day for a knock on the door that never came. But I don't blame you. You deserved better. I hope one day you will forgive an old man who couldn't speak when it mattered most. I love you, always, Baba." Tears rolled down Arman's cheeks as he finished reading. Suddenly, all the moments he'd buried came rushing back. His father fixing his bike, cooking late at night, placing a hand on his shoulder during exams. He had always loved him. He just didn't know how to show it after the loss. Arman stood up and walked toward the small hospital room. His father's body lay peacefully. He knelt beside him, holding the letter to his chest. "I'm sorry, Baba," he whispered through sobs. "I should have come home. But now it was too late." The funeral was simple. Few people came, but Arman spoke. He told everyone not about how his father died, but how he lived, quietly, humbly, and with a heart that broke in silence. He told them how often we wait too long to say what needs to be said, how we assume there will be time. And then he said the words that stayed with everyone. Tell the people you love that you love them, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Because silence doesn't mean someone doesn't care. It often means they're hurting in ways they can't express. From that day on, Arman changed. He started writing letters, emails, messages, calls to everyone he had drifted from. He helped other young men who lost parents. He started a support group for silent grief. And every year, on his father's death anniversary, he would sit by the old garage, now turned into a community library, and read his father's letter aloud so that no son would make the same mistake he did. This story teaches us don't let pride, pain, or misunderstandings steal the people who love you. Life is short. People are not perfect. Forgiveness and love are gifts we give not just to others, but to ourselves. Speak now, hug now, come home now, because one day silence will be the only thing left.